friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Shilpi and the channel is the best audible books जो कि आपकी life change कर दे. I probably took the best of the books which are very valuable and worthy for all of you. So today I have got the one of the best book, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. As you all know, this Srimad Bhagavad Gita, this book is called the Song of God, and this will show you the way to compass all the problems which you are facing in your life, and definitely it will help you at the present time situation too. So let's get started about this wonderful book which I like the most and hope so you too. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is called the Song of God, often referred to as the Gita, is a 700 verse Hindu scripture that is part of the epic Mahabharata, in which chapter 23 to 40 of Bhishma Parva, commonly dated to the 2nd century BCE. The Gita is set in a narrative framework of a dialogue between Pandav, Prince Arjun, and his guide and charioteer Krishna. At the start of the Dharma Yuddha between Pandavas and Kauravas, Arjun is filled with moral dilemma and despair about the violence and death the war will cause in the battle against his own kin. He wonders if he should renounce and seeks Krishna's counsel, when whose answer and discourse constitute the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna counsels Arjun to fulfill his Kshatriya duty to uphold the Dharma through selfless action. The Krishna-Arjun dialogues cover the broad range of spiritual topics, touching upon ethical dilemmas and philosophical issues that go far beyond the war Arjun faces. The setting of the Gita in a battlefield has been interpreted as an allegory for the ethical and moral struggles of the human life. So basically, the Gita's call for selfless action inspired many leaders of the Indian independence movement, including Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Mahatma Gandhi. The latter referred to it as his spiritual dictionary. So now let's get it start about the chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita comprises 18 chapters, section 23 to 40 in the Bhishma Parva of the epic Mahabharata. Because of differences in recensions, the verses of the Gita may be numbered in the full text of the Mahabharata. The number of verses in each chapter vary in some manuscripts of the Gita discovered on the Indian subcontinent. However, variant readings are relatively few in contrast to the numerous versions of the Mahabharata it is found embedded in, and the meaning is the same. Some translators have variously titled the first chapter as Arjun Vishadha Yoga. Prathama Adhyay, the distress of Arjun, the war within or Arjun's sorrow. The Bhagavad Gita opens by setting the stage of the Kurukshetra battlefield. Two massive armies representing different loyalties and ideologies face the catastrophic war. With Arjun is Krishna, not as a participant in the war but only as his charioteer and counsel. Arjun request Krishna to move the chariot between the two armies so he can see those eager for this war. He sees family and friends on the enemy side. Arjun is distressed and in sorrow. The issue is it morally proper to kill? This and the other modern dilemmas in the first chapter are set in a context where the Hindu epic and Krishna have already extolled ahimsa, means non-violence, to be the highest and divine virtue of a human being. The war feels evil to Arjun and he questions the morality of war. He wonders if it is noble to renounce and live before the violence starts, or should he fight and why? Now start chapter 4. Chapter 2. Some translators title the chapter as Sankhya Yoga, the book of doctrines, self-realization, or the yoga of knowledge and philosophy. The second chapter begins the philosophical discussions and teachings found in Gita. The warrior Arjun, whose past had focused on learning the skills of his profession, now faces a war he has doubts about. Filled with introspection and questions about the meaning and purpose of life, he asks Krishna about the nature of life, soul, death, afterlife, and whether there is a deeper meaning and reality. Krishna answers. The chapter summarizes the Hindu idea of rebirth, samsara, eternal soul in each person's universal soul represent in everyone, various types of yoga, divinity within the nature of self-knowledge and other concepts. The ideas and concepts in the second chapter reflect the framework of the Samkhya and Yoga schools of Hindu philosophy. This chapter is an overview for the remaining 16 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. Mahatma Gandhi memorized the last 19 verses of the second chapter, considering them as his companion in his non-violent movement for social justice during the colonial rule. So guys, this is all for today. I hope you all like this. In next chapter I will define all the ideas and concepts of the second chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So guys, like it, subscribe it and share with your friends. So thank you.